Hello, everybody. So, welcome to Beyond the Stars Astrology. I am Joachim, and in this video, we're gonna discuss the life promoting cycle. Now, in the previous lessons, we have seen that each planet or each element representing a planet generates the other elements, starting with Jupiter, which is ether, to Saturn, air, to Mars, fire, to Venus, water, and to Mercury, earth. And then also the opposite is the dissolution of elements. And now we will see the life promoting cycle. So this is also the circle that you see right here. So not focusing on the star in the middle of the circle, but also the circle around the star is signifying one cycle in medical astrology. So Jupiter ether promotes fire. It's not generating, but it's promoting fire, which is Mars. And then fire promotes earth, earth promotes air, and air promotes water. And then water in turn, Venus promotes Jupiter. Then what we have is that these five elements play a role in supporting the life force or the prana and keeping it strong and balanced. So ether, which is the overall space, provides a kind of a housing container where the life force or the prana can exist and flow. It acts as a container for life energy. So that is what is meant with the life promoting cycle instead of generating. So the air element starts the process of energizing the senses or the indriyas like sight, touch, and hearing. Air helps brings this life force into our bodies and vitalizes us. So in the second chapter, I believe, we have also seen that the five elements relate to the five planets then to the five senses, both physical and astral, and then also to the five objects of the senses and the five organs of the senses. So this is all very important before we're gonna dive deeper into the body parts and then also the body organs and different systems. So fire matures the life force. It transforms the energy of life into action, growth, and transformation, giving us the power to move forward and evolve. And then water maintains and nourishes the life force. It sustains our energy and provides emotional and physical balance, keeping us hydrated and fulfilled. And then earth solidifies and gives form to life. It helps the prana become structured, grounded, turning energy into a physical, stable form. Then what is next is if one element becomes weak, the element that generates life for it has to work harder to make up for the weakness. For example, if Jupiter is weak in the chart, like we actually see now, because Jupiter in tropical Gemini, ruled by Mercury, is in a great enemy sign transiting. So Jupiter would be considered weak. So people may lose hope or faith in certain circumstances. And in this situation, Venus has to offer more fulfillment, comfort, and happiness to balance out the lack of faith, helping the person feel more at ease with challenges. So if Saturn is then in a weak condition, Shatbalalo, great enemy, enemy Rashi, etc., in conjunction with Rahu or Ketu, the person may experience fears and insecurities, and in this case, Mercury has to step in by providing extra material security, stability, reliability to ease Saturn's fear. So when you see a kind of an afflicted planet in the birth chart, you kind of know what the other planets are doing and how this is being stabilized, and where you have to then put your focus in order to live a harmonious life with all the challenges that you have. So if Mars is, for example, debilitated or in the great enemy, Shadbala low, People may struggle with taking action or exerting effort. So, in this case, Jupiter, which is the life promoting element, needs to provide more faith so that uncompleted tasks don't cause problems, as well as offering more understanding and acceptance of the issues that can arise from a weak Mars. And then when Venus is afflicted, you may feel unfulfilled and unable to find comfort in tough situations. So here Saturn needs to provide more detachment because it's going to be hard to find comfort and enjoyment and fulfillment. And so Saturn going to provide detachment, patience, and perseverance to help people cope with difficulties. And when Mercury is weak, people may be poor managers, leading disorganizations. Confusion is seen. So here Mars has to give more energy, logic, drive to overcome the problems caused by poor planning and management. So practical action, if we go over a little bit in more detail for each planet, so strengthening Jupiter through wisdom, spirituality, philosophy, higher learning, generosity. So what we have seen is now we have those three cycles combined. So we have the life promoting cycle, the generative cycle, and the dissolution cycle. So in the life promoting cycle, ether promotes fire, Mars, meaning your focus on spiritual growth or purpose, will boost your willpower, strength, and ability to pursue goals with a passion. But in the generative cycle, ether generates air, which is Saturn. So focusing on Jupiter will also improve your mental clarity and ability to detach from fears and stresses. And it's going to be, if you live with purpose, it's going to be more easy to be structured and disciplined in your daily actions. And in the dissolution cycle, ether dissolves Mercury, which represents Earth. And this helps prevent getting overly focused on material concerns, which is Mercury, then allowing you to let go of excessive worry about stability and resources. And then when it comes to Saturn, strengthening Saturn through structure, detachment, meditation, and focusing on air related activities like breathing exercises. So, in the life promoting cycle, air promotes water, which will help you feel more emotionally fulfilled. So, promoting Venus will be nourished. So, this can lead to better relationships and personal comfort. In the generative cycle, air generates fire, which is Mars, which means your discipline and detachment can help improve your energy, willpower, and ability to take action. Because Saturn and Mars, not many people, but in some way they kind of correlate with each other instead of being eternal enemies. But Mars is also disciplined orientated. So when Saturn is good, it's going to be more easy for Mars to also improve your energy with extra willpower and abilities to take action. So in the dissolution cycle, air dissolves Jupiter, which is ether, meaning that focusing on Saturn can help calm excessive idealism or fanaticism or unrealistic expectations, allowing you to have a more grounded approach to purpose and faith. For example, thinking that the whole world's gonna practice your religion is kind of a little bit in excess, and this has to be stabilized by Saturn. Then practical action for strengthening Mars by engaging in disciplined physical activity, assertiveness, and courage. So the life promoting cycle, fire, Mars will promote Mercury, Earth. So strengthening Mars through disciplined physical activity will enhance your ability to manage your affairs more better, stay better organized, and become more efficient with your day-to-day tasks. So disciplined physical activity is part of life, I would say. So in the generative cycle, fire generates Venus water. So meaning your focus on Mars will also help you feel more fulfilled and comfortable. Success and action make you feel more emotionally satisfied. And then in the dissolution cycle, fire dissolves Saturn's air, so which helps to reduce excessive worries, fear, or overthinking, keeping you more action orientated and less mentally burdened. Then for Venus, improving relationships, enjoying beauty, comfort, nourishing yourself with relaxations and care, feeling fulfilled in the life promoting cycle. Water promotes Jupiter's ether, meaning that by focusing on personal fulfillment and comfort, you will also find yourself more optimistic, hopeful, connected to a sense of purpose, and also have better relationship. So in the generative cycle, water, Venus generates Mercury's Earth. So by focusing on Venus, you'll improve your ability to also manage your material life better, feel more grounded, and take care of responsibilities effectively without burning out. So the dissolution cycle, water, Venus dissolves Mars's fires, which helps reduce any tendency towards then becoming frustrated and angry or having excessive ambitions or feeling impatience. You will feel calmer and more balanced emotionally. And then lastly, for Mercury, strengthening Mercury by improving communication, organization, and intellectual works, administration, for example. So for the life promoting cycle, Earth promotes Saturn's air, meaning that by focusing on managing your resources and being more practical, you will also reduce your fears, allowing you to approach life with more detachment and patience. So, in the generative cycle, Earth generates Venus's water. So, working on Mercury helps you feel more emotionally fulfilled, allowing you to experience greater pleasures, comfort, and satisfaction in life because you will just organize your life better. And then for the dissolution cycle, oh, 1 minute. For the dissolution cycle, Earth dissolves Jupiter's ether, so which prevents you from becoming too focused on lofty, unrealistic ideals and help you stay grounded and always practical. So the key takeaway here with this cycle, before we're gonna end and conclude this chapter, because after this lesson we're gonna jump into the body parts and then the body organs and so much more. So the key takeaway is that focusing on strengthening a single planetary element in your birth chart through various activities, training, therapies, or practices can lead to a ripple effect that improves not only that area of life, but also three other areas. So you have to connect those three planets if you are analyzing a specific planet in your birth chart. So these planetary influences are interconnected. And by improving only one, you will create positive changes in multiple aspects of your life, especially with the two other planets that relate to that planet. So, this highlights the importance of balance in medical astrology and the interconnectedness of the planets and the elements. So, I guess that was it for this part. Like I said, now we're going to jump into the body parts and the organs, but it's very important to know how these elements create almost the five planets, or even also the sun and the moon, the five senses, the astral and physical senses, objects of the senses, organs of the senses, and how all this relates in three different cycles, what to do with deficiencies and what to do with planets who go in excess. So I hope this chapter of medical astrology it helps you a lot. And now we will dive into the next part. So I'll see you there. Thank you for listening and see you